All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have your pencil and paper ready because you want to be writing down these stocks that I'm going to talk about. Also, I'm going to give some crypto updates as well in this video. So I got SUI, and then I also have XRP. Got some exciting news there. And then Bitcoin, we'll take a look at that as well. And then also Moderna, of all things, MRNA. Wait until you see the technicals on that one. And then some penny stock plays, 3 of them as a matter of fact. I'll also update Nvidia and Tesla to see what exactly is going on there. So jam-packed, all condensed in a nice, neat little package for you. I even put a bubble on it. And if you guys want to see my analyses, my buys and sells, see how I'm trading in the markets, you guys can find the link in the description for the Discord. 50% off your first month when you use code word doctor. I'll tell you more about that later. In the meantime, right into the charts, we're going to kick things off with the indices, of course, see how the pre-market is shaping up for us. So softening just a little bit from yesterday's close, down at 524 the Qs. Watch that line for 521 if we sell back below it. If we sell up above it, which we closed above it yesterday, that is a very good thing. We want to keep watching for that. Moving over to the SPY. The SPY, we want to get it above 596.72 or at least stay above 588.72. So those are the prices that we're looking at. Trading above 596.72 is a bullish thing for us. We could see some cooling, at least on in the short term, on the Qs, on the SPY. We'll see. We've been on quite a run with a big old gap to fill down below. I keep on talking about it. It's going to happen eventually. Who knows when that happens, but we also are just darn close to retesting all-time highs as well. What's going to happen first? A retest the all-time highs or filling those gaps? We'll watch and see, and I'll keep on providing news and information to you leading up to that time so we have a further indication of that direction from where we stand right now. IWM, moving over to there. 209.27 is where we close, is the line to beat, the line to sit on top of. We got it on Friday, but then we lost it on Monday, having a little bit rougher of a time than the Qs and the SPY with the idea of more expensive debt for the smaller cap companies. They're going to be less able to manage it, but still not a bad index move for them. Going over to Nvidia, it looks like we are rightly on the path to this 143.96 price target in the run up to earnings, and that coincides pretty darn neatly with this peak right that we have over here, which happens to be at 143.43. So just a little bit shy of that price target that I have here. And that price target brought to you by this ascending triangle pattern. Still haven't quite gotten there. We had that retest that day that we broke over the 200 day. We have 20 over the 50. 20 over the 200 be even better. Earnings are on Wednesday of next week in the after hours. Be on the lookout for that. Moving over to Tesla, if we close above 352, we have a clear shot up to 373. If instead we fall down below 336, we have a clear shot down to 314 to 317. So 336 is the number to watch to the downside. 352 is the number to watch to the upside. Bitcoin, there we go. By the way, you guys can pause this video anytime to write down the stuff that you hear. Go back and play it again if you need to. This price target that I had before of 107.15, we hit it to the dollar. We hit that, as a matter of fact, on Monday, according to this chart. And then we're still up above these trend lines, these going across here, these rays that I have across here for you. Excellent to have those as support. They hold out as support, and we're in really good shape for Bitcoin, but we do have to get on top of 107.115 to try out the all-time high of 109.356. If we sit on top of 109.356, we got a shot up at $120,000 per BTC. The movements there, we're in a bit of a bull channel for right now. We'll see if we keep on going through that as we just retested support on Monday, as the same day that we hit that price target. As a matter of fact, pulled down wildly. We're above the 5 and the 13. That's excellent for near-term price action, bringing up the SMAs. We almost have, check this out, this is one of the big news for Bitcoin. We almost have the 50 crossing back over the 200. That would be a golden cross moment. And then you'd have the perfect stack of 20 over 50 over 200, which is what you see in your most bullish of times. So for Bitcoin, we'll keep our fingers crossed that that time is coming for us. We're up near the overbought territory, so time will tell what happens there. For XRP, we are just right in the sweet spot between at 214 and 237 for this demand zone that we have, where we find a lot of support coming in. We'll see if we hold on to that. We also have this trend line that's formed here, and we got the third touch on it on Monday. Once again, staying up above this is a bullish thing. Let me take that down for you because we're sitting on top the 20, and the 50 and the 200 just crossed each other. Now, mind you, typically, that would be a bit of a death cross, but I find it a little bit unconvincing with the way that they did cross each other. I think that's a little bit more of a false signal. We'll see. We got a little bit of broadening happening down here off of this, a little bit of a flagpole with a broadening look here for what would be that flag type area. We do want to get on top of 245 if we can. That would be a good thing. We want to stay on top of the 20. I think we could potentially see the 50 cross back up to 200. The RSI is perfectly settled down near 50. We need a turnaround in that price action for XRP. And like I said, near that demand zone, we could see that happening. We don't want to lose 214. If we stay in here, this is where you can find that next buying time come in, especially at the 50 and the 200 hold, that we see that rebound coming right back up. So we might not have a near-term push back up, but it definitely could happen. And if not, we want to be watching for the 50 and 200 support. SUI for this one, rising wedge pattern. Now, mind you, there's a couple different perspectives you can take. RSI is bullish. We found support at the 20-day. 20 is over the 200. The 50 and the 200, that's the orange and the magenta that are on here on your screen. The 50 is down below the 200, but curving up towards it fast. If we're able to get that golden cross moment, we can see that price target of that $4.97 for SUI token coming for us in the near future. Even though for right now, this is a bit of a bearish sign to see us break out of that rising wedge. If that support holds, we're good. If not, we want to see that pull back to the 200-day. And getting that support and that holding could be that next thing. Now, mind you, depending on how the price action plays out, we can even move this and adjust these technicals, just so you know there's not just one interpretation that's out there. If we hold right here, that ends up being a low part for us. This ends up looking a little bit more like a bull channel. We're going to have to watch and see. I think a lot of it depends on Bitcoin for what it does next, and also what we see for the Qs, for the SPY, for the overall indices that we have, the NASDAQ 100, the S&P 500. If those are going to continue in a bullish direction, we could see more of that risk on environment take on, and then we could see that movement back up through here. We could be near a bottom right now, especially if that 20-day support holds. And if I take that down and put up for you the moving averages, we are darn close to breaking down through that 13-day. If we do, then we could see that retest going all the way down to about $3.30 per SUI token. So guys, like I said earlier about the Discord, link in the description, 50% off your first month, less than $1 a day just to try it out. Check out the earner tier so you get unrestricted access to everything the Discord has to offer. That's the expert panelists, which I'm one of. Stockmo's also over there. There's live trading. There's the bread bot that can tell you when the moves up or down are coming for your favorite plays out there, whether it's stocks, crypto, you name it. You can use the bread bot in that way. There's also AI tools, advanced charting tools over there for you, a community of thousands of members. Just click on the link at least, read the products and services that are available to you, try it out for that first month, see what you think. And if you guys like the technical analyses I do, like the trading that I do using the bread recipe trading strategy, that's wrapped up in a course for you through Stockmo Academy. Stockmo is a personal friend of mine. And also down in that coursework, you'll also find the options course, which I trade options all the time to build alpha in my portfolio and to add to my long-term positions with that alpha to just keep the investments rolling over time to help work towards financial freedom, which we're there supporting the community to do. That coursework, use code word doctor for that as well. Doctor is the code word for whether you go for the Discord or whether you go for that coursework. Bundling the courses saves you a ton, and also that code word doctor is going to save you a whole lot more. Guys, let's get into the penny stocks and Moderna as I promised you. So let's put this up here. So penny stocks, actually Moderna first. Here we go. Then we'll get to the penny stocks. So for Moderna, let me take down the moving average and we're going to reset the view here so we can see a little bit better what in the world is going on. Well, we keep on finding support right just under $24 per share. You can see all the long wicks coming off of this every time we dip below 24. Caught some of this movement on the way back up. We could see up to 28.30, and if we're able to break up above 28.30, we could actually see, if I go out to a different chart in here, such as the weekly chart, and expand that a little bit more, you can see a little bit more cleanly without so much noise on this. We'll even take down the technicals for a moment. You can see the wicks that come off of this as we continue that move upward. 28.30 is that number to beat. We could be on our way there already. And if I go back to the daily chart on this, the RSI is just crossing over 50, meaning just getting into bullish territory. And if we put up the exponential moving averages, we have the 5 about to cross the 13. We're down below the 50, which happens to be at 28.17. This is turning out to be a pretty beat up stock with some maybe pretty bullish reversal signs that we're looking for. It almost has that curved look of a double bottom happening here under the right time frame, under the right constraints. So this bottom over here happening all the way throughout the month of April, and then so far throughout the month of May, this other bottom that we have here. We'll see if we get that turnaround happening, and it could actually turn into, on a monthly basis, I mean, look at this. This is an even better view than what the weekly chart offered us. There we go. We'll stretch this out so you can really see what this looks like as we get down below that $24 mark. There you go. Look at these long wicks that we get off of that you're getting that demand zone type look for this as well. As you dip down below on here, for these long wicks, the last wick that we got took us all the way up to 28.56 after bottoming out all the way down at 23.15. This one 23.16, so a slightly higher low, and we're still in the month of May, so this bottom's still coming up for right now. We'll see if it keeps going, but I think Moderna is a really nice trade choice short term for myself. I have a position in it already, posted it over at the Discord. You guys can see that too. Profitable as of yesterday. We'll see what today brings, and I plan to hold it throughout the rest of this week at least. We'll see what brings for us. 5/13 is bullish, and watch out for that $28 price tag, 28.17. There could be an initial rejection there, but sitting on top of that, man, that opens up the price tag. We could have still some pretty wild movements coming for that. All right, over to some penny stocks. BBAI, check this out. We're in a bullish channel right now, just came off the bottom of it. Looking to try and break $4 again. We'll see if we can get there. The RSI is absolutely ripe on a daily basis. On a weekly basis, we are up at 51, just crossing up above 50. Once again, a bullish sign. And on a monthly basis for that momentum at 53, we still have just perfectly ripe momentum across daily, weekly, and monthly charts. That is the sort of confluence that you're looking for. We could be pushing upwards of that $5 mark if we continue this run going from where we're at right now, which is still under $4 per share, which means at least 25% upside. If the momentum is holding out for us, the 20 has crossed the 50 is above the 200 on the daily chart. And if we bring all that down and put up the exponential moving averages here, there we go. We found support at the 13-day. The 13 is about to cross the 50, which if you've been watching my videos, that is a big old bullish sign there. So BBAI, make sure that it's on your watch list. OCGN, OCGN. There we go. This is the one. We want to break over this thing. We have a resistance zone that happens up till about 82 cents. So up above 82 cents is where we want to get. The bottoms are coming up. The tops are holding stable. That is an ascending triangle pattern in the formation with some pretty darn good volume on Friday, May 16th. Trading up above that, this movement is likely not done yet. The EMAs perfectly stacked for bullishness. And if we go out to the weekly chart, the RSI is just about to cross 50. If that movement can keep going, we can see a massive pump on this. And if we go out to the monthly chart, the RSI has been climbing for a while. We'll see if we can finally get up above 50 for the first time for the history of OCGN, OCGN. QSI from the quantum plays, my friends. QSI, we have a rising momentum on the monthly chart. Go down to the weekly chart. We just rejected off of 50. We'll see if that momentum, look at that curve around. Can you guys see that? We'll accentuate a little bit more so that you can see it in the middle of your screen. Turning right around on us, and on a weekly basis, the 5 is about to cross the 13, is darn near the 50 as well. This thing could absolutely blast off on us again. I think that this is one of the top penny stock picks, and it's in the quantum space. We'll see if it gets more of a tail whip effect from other quantum stocks moving, such as D-Wave Quantum. If we go down to the daily chart, what do we have here? We have a little bit of a settling after that, but we did come down and test the 50 EMA. We're down below the 5, at least as of yesterday's close, but above 13 as of yesterday's close today, trading up above it. Now, mind you, that touch that we got on that 50, if I take down the EMAs and put up the SMAs, that was also a touch on the 200. That was a retest of the 200-day. That is a bullish thing, my friends. So BBAI, OCGN, and this one, QSI, are my top penny stock picks. Shout out to my boy Nate M over at the Discord, who said, what penny stock plays do you see, Dr. Stock? Well, here we go. Here's 3 of them that I'm sharing with you. I'm also going to share them out over at the Discord, along with some other technicals that you guys can see there as well, along with my analyses for the broader market, the other stocks that I have, the trades that I do. The other panel experts are over there. The community is there waiting for you. The best community that I've ever had the chance to be part of. Use code word doctor when you sign up. Make sure that you choose the earner tier so you get unrestricted access. And if you're going with that coursework for options trading, for technical analysis, trading using the bread recipe trading strategy that I personally use, the coursework down there, use that code word doctor as well. Bundle the courses for even more savings. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.